just like I already have it open down here. You open that up. This is where you're going to be able to view eventually all the cameras. You can open this up to as many cameras as you need. You can actually make custom ones. I think the max is you can do it up to 8 by 8. After a while, you just can't see them anymore. But as for right now, we do this. We only have 7 cameras up, I believe. Yeah, 7 cameras up. So from this view, you have your view to view the host list right here. This will show you all the cameras here. So say you had this closed down and you wanted to open up a new one, you could actually drag and drop the camera and it'll move it. So if you want to double click it. So move this. So first little stairway, you can drag it back over here. However, once you have enough cameras to rearrange it, however you want to look at it, this is something that you can have up and running all day. And then you do this full screen. This is eventually so that I think Tanya is going to be putting a big monitor up on the table, so she can just have this going all the time. She have her cameras up. Yeah. Escape to get out of that. So to look at the camera closer, just right click, zoom, pulls up. This is real time. It's a little slow right now, and we think that's the computer. We're talking about moving it over there, but the software is exactly the same. With these, I think we went over this before, but you can, if you click on each one, you can click and drag to move it around. See? But as you can see, right from here, it's the same exact view. And you can use the scroll bar to zoom in and out. So I know that's where you guys caught that guy, right? Yeah. Was it this one? Yeah, it was this one.
Yeah.
So we click there. Right click to unzoom it there. Which will, once it catches up. There we go. Thought about it. With your outdoor PTZ, this camera, let me zoom in. This, see when it stops. So you can use the arrow keys here to move it around.
Okay, it's working now.
I think I said to wait for it to catch up with
Yeah,
me. That's all. Sorry about that.
That's
so
right.
You can zoom in like that. And for example, if we wanted to, say we wanted to look at a license plate that we see. Unfortunately, once it's recorded, you can't move it. Whatever it was recorded.
Yeah.
You can't alter that like you can the other fisheye cameras. But if you say some guy, a car pulled right in here, and you guys wanted to see what it was or who it was, you could actually zoom right in and take a screenshot, take a snapshot of his license plate. So then to get it towed, you just call and say, yep, the license plate. So from here, zoom in right there. See how they're all, if you hover over it, it tells you what it does. Zoom in, focus in, iris in. Focus in and iris in you should never have to use because these cameras are auto-focusing. I think it's just this software still supports the older cameras, so those icons are there to use with the older cameras.
Yeah.
But to zoom in, I don't know if you guys have played with this yet, but it's incredible how much these cameras will zoom right in.
Yeah.
That's it. Trying to get over to this car's license plate here just to show you. So get right over it. And you almost have to think about what I'm doing before I do it here, because it's kind of delayed. Get a nice clear picture of the license plate once it decides to move. From that machine, this is
A lot
instantaneous.
faster.
But there's your clear image of the license plate. There's no mistake in that.
Yeah.
You can see
How many megapixels is this?
This is a 12 megapixel camera. So it's about the same as the one in your iPhone, roughly.
But this has got an optical zoom on it too. Yeah,
Yes,
like,
the optical zoom. I mean, this thing will Well, now it's going to work with the mouse. You can use it with the mouse too. And that's April, Massachusetts. You can practically almost see the license plate of the car in the reflection.
All right.
If you play with the PTZ at all, as far as moving it around, after 30 seconds it will just start panning again. So you can just, once you find what you need, just walk away. After 30 seconds it will start panning again.
That's good enough.
I can tell that that's definitely the speed of the stream. You can, as you can see, it'll pan. That's how it's supposed to be right there.
Yeah.
Because you don't want it to go too fast and it'll miss something, you know.
Yeah.
I want to close this software. So that's that camera. You can move it around like that. These cameras here are just fixed. What you see is what you get.
Is there a zoom on it or no?
You can zoom into the image itself, as you can see.
But it's not an optical zoom.
It's not an optical zoom. You just kind of, if you say you got a screenshot, like say there was somebody standing in this lobby, you could zoom into just his face.
Yeah.
And take a picture. Right click, snapshot. When you do that, it should open up the save folder. Or like on where to put it. Let's see if you're thinking about it. It'll tell you like where to put it. So if you have a flash drive, see, type in the image name, Mr. Jones, whatever you know who it is, from this date at this time, and you can save it to wherever you want, whether it be right on the desktop, which I recommend from the software just to put it on the desktop and transfer it to a flash drive after.
Yeah.
Which is a lot easier, a lot quicker.
Because usually they save it to some random file in
Especially,
binaries or something.
Exactly. So obviously to get to that, you can go right back in, right click, uncheck zoom, bring you back to your other one. So you have 3 fixed cameras, which are the stair A, stair B, or stair A, stair B, and the rear vestibule. You have your 3 fisheye cameras, which are in right by the elevator, right inside that front lobby. You have one in this room. What do you guys? This room is the
program space.
Room. Yeah, the first floor community room.
Yeah.
And then you have it in the multi-purpose 103 down there as well.
Right.
And then you guys have your PTZ outside of the kitchen, which is that loading dock. Which right now, which Tanya wanted for now is just panning back and forth.
Yeah.
And they all record on motion. So anytime someone moves in front of one of these cameras, it records.
With the PTZ, is there a way to set it up so that if it detects motion, it'll stop? Or
unfortunately not.
No. Okay.
No. It'll record. It can tell the difference between it moving and something moving in the image.
Right.
So as it pans by, it will record it.
Yeah.
But there's nothing to say if someone was breaking into this truck, it would stop.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and I got that right from GeoVision.
It would record it as it pans by, but then you'd have to wait until it pans back again.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And we've tried up at Newtown site where we have 2 cameras on 2 corners of buildings trying to alternate so that when one camera's looking one way, the other one's not. But with electronic delay, it'll work itself right away from that. Unfortunately, there's no guarantee. GeoVision is working on trying to pick up the technology. I guess the technology isn't there yet for that.
Yeah.
If there was, it'd probably be a very expensive camera. But so this software is mainly just for, you can do a remote playback of any camera, which will pull up right here. Which this looks similar to the remote look. So once you click on remote playback, which is this icon right here, like I said, anything you hover over, it'll tell you what it is. This is remote playback. Click on that, opens this right up. So right here. First floor stair A. I think that's whichever one is highlighted. So say we wanted to look at this one right here. Right click, remote playback. That'll pick up this camera. And as you can see, eventually you'll have more than, you have, I think it's like 100 100 or 110 terabytes of storage. If you know anything about memory, that's a lot.
I've only got 3 in my computer.
Yeah. 110 terabytes, which is probably, once the system's all said and done, I think we're talking 30 cameras. Once it's
Something like that.
Something like
yeah.
that, roughly, give or take. That's enough to record each one for a year.
Yeah. Great.
So you plenty of storage. So
Especially if it's only recording the motion capture.
exactly.
Right.
You guys could probably get away with recording 24/7 and still have plenty with this building. But Tanya says there's a lot of activity in this building. As you know, we
Yeah.
did the camera in that room out there, and within a couple days you found something. So.
And what's the time limit that the recordings start deleting themselves to free up space? Or do we have to delete
when it's full? When it's full. So once those hard drives get full, it'll start kicking the last thing out as you record something new. So you guys probably have a good year before. So
And then it'll just start deleting the oldest thing.
yeah,
in
the
there,
last
so.
first in last out rule.
Right.
So as you record something new, like as of say you started recording something August 3rd of 2018, it'll kick out something you recorded today. If I'm using a year as you could get more than a year.
Yeah.
Depends on how much recording you get.
Right.
But to get to the recordings, obviously by year, then by month, then by day. So if we wanted to, we probably can actually pick up Eric and I walking right through that room today. So better off looking at it is in the remote view log. This folder right here, which is this software. Looks very similar to what we just had open.
That's a separate application.
So when this pops up, these two options will come up right here. Remote view log service or remote storage system. You want to click on remote view log service. It'll come up with this. So drop down. Only one option for the idea. The server in the other room. And that will autofill a password. It's all 4 zeros, 4 zeros. Username, password, 3. And then OK. There we go. OK. It's going to auto-populate the first camera coming in. So you can choose which camera you're working on. You only have these audios. Those are going to come up automatically. You don't have it. These cameras don't record audio, so you can forget about those. Let's say you wanted to pick up the multi-purpose room. So we find recording from August 1st. Click on any one. It's going to default to this one. We click here. Quad view. Single view. That's what it is. Multi-purpose. Single view standard. You get the there. So once you pick one of these. Single view, geo fisheye, quad view. You'll change it to this, which then you can once again move this around as much as you need. Now we're actually controlling. This camera will automatically record in that fisheye, that circle that shows you the whole room.
Yeah.
And then you can move it. Well, I mean, this is a recording of something happening in this room. You can then, yeah, see, that was the recording.
So it's like when you save this file, it's gonna default to the fisheye,
Yes.
but we can just view it like this in the program.
No, you can save it like this in the program as well.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So we go here. Single view, fisheye. That's all it was. Quad view. So that's all that was. Obviously, you can scroll the frame. This is so that you can just look at the whole room at the same time in a better view, you know? So you see your walk. All it was a family walking through the room. Now say you wanted to keep it just like this. Once you move all your cameras around the way you want them, zoom in to where you want them. Right here, save as AVI. Let me save it. There you go. Let's stop it first. So, save as AVI. This will tell you your start time and your end time. Which, if say there's someone in the room for a long time, you want them to narrow down like 30 seconds.
So this is just like in program cutting system. Yeah.
Exactly. You tell it once you watch the video, find out what time the actual incident happens, and you can just narrow it right down and make it smaller. So you don't have to tell the police, oh, fast forward to
between this time and that time, and just look.
Yeah, exactly. So that is standard merge. You should never have to touch any of this. The only thing is you want to set location right here, which is again save it to either the desktop or like a flash drive. Video file, exactly. So I'll tell you that. And you can do multiple cameras as well.
For the same time period?
For the same time period as well. It's just the same thing. You just have to pick them and you can save them right in once you do your video events. So yeah, so save it here. Something's going on with her. Something every time we try to save something. So save it. Hit OK. And now it'll show you a status. When it disappears, it's done. So this is just so you can go in and load every single camera in a separate file. So it'll merge and everything. The timestamp's the military time. That's how actually most camera systems operate in military. It's because it's easier to read than AM and PM.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. I have a lot of customers that wonder why it says 1817 and not 617. Like, just easier to read. So I have a really strange feeling that this is going to take forever to merge on this computer. So I'm just going to cancel it because we already have them saved right here. So you just going to cancel it here. So we'll cancel that one. Just because we just don't want to have it wait that long. Exactly. So. But with the PTZ camera and the 3 fixed cameras, which are in the stairwells and in the rear vestibule, what you see is what you get. You can't, once you have the recording, you can't manipulate it at all. Same thing as this. Once you save this in the position, the orientation you want, once you get that AV file, you can't move it. Yeah. It's a video.
It's hardcore.
Yeah. So, a couple of different. These are settings you should never have to play with. Now I'm not saying it's going to be exactly fast on this computer because when you got to realize you're downloading from one computer, you're downloading from the server to here. So if you have a big video file, it may take a little bit. It should tell you. I always tell people that a 16 gigabyte flash drive is a good flash drive to use because you never know how big. I mean, those video files, especially for the PTZ, that's 1080p.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a big audio file, and you really can't zip them because you lose the quality. So, as an API file, you need to. I've seen it happen. Usually, most of the days, which are all those PTZs, one recording about 2 minutes is usually about anywhere between like 800 megabytes, 500 megabytes. But I always do the 16 the 16 gigabyte just to know you have enough. So that you can pick any other camera outside kitchen PTZ.
There's one in the kitchen too.
Outside the kitchen.
Outside.
Oh, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Not in the kitchen.
So you could actually pull up this.
I was about to say, it's like, damn, it got dark fast.
So this is actually from 726. The problem with the outdoor cameras, and they've tried masking software, they've tried everything. You're still going to get a little bit of motion recording from tree branches and stuff like that. It's kind of unavoidable at this point. This is probably a car driving by of some kind.
Like a shadow flickering.
Exactly.
Like that.
So, typically with the motion, you get, once it records on motion, you're going to get the 15 seconds before it happened, and then 15 seconds after it stopped. That's usually your buffer time. So you're going to get an extra 30 seconds of recording in there, which is good because then you can see it progress.
Yeah.
So.
Instead of the person just snap into frame.
Exactly. It works out a lot, like the days caught the kids breaking windows at Rob's, stuff like that. But, so yeah, same thing. Stop it. Make sure you get the right one. You can check multiple, as many as you can check all of them if you want. Save as AVI file. Obviously, the more you pick,
The longer
the
the merge
longer the
time.
memory, longer the merge time, all that.